You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Real World After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real World After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are doing another AfterBuzz TV After Show for the Real World. St. Thomas, Season 27, Episode 4, 2P or not 2P.
What? That was the title?
That was the title.
To P or not to
P or not to P, yes. I'm back in studio, DJ Jesse Janedy, and I finally have some co-hosts back with me. We have
the best,
the one, the dope, Nicolette Gaona.
What's up, guys?
Ow! Of course, we have Sir Adam Royal back.
You don't
with
even
us.
need to introduce me. Everybody already knows who I am.
Everyone's favorite host here at AfterBuzz TV. And joining us in studio, we have a dear audience member, Tasha Colombus. Thanks for joining us. Oh, girl, I can't hear you. And then in the studio, we have, producing us, we have Marissa. And I just want to shout a happy birthday to Marissa. It's Marissa's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So serious, thank you. So, yes, interesting episode.
Really?
Interesting?
You know, last week, if you guys...
I don't know if I'd say interesting.
Last week, if you guys tuned in, we had Trey call in and kind of give us, the 411 of why things were kind of going a little slow this season. He kind of explained that they're on an island. There's not much to do. So don't blame them. Blame production. I mean, I know, Adam, you tweeted at me. You thought it was a really good interview. You kind of saw his side a little bit, maybe? Or
If you think about it, though, the challenge is on an island.
But there's so many more people.
But
in the challenge.
Just saying.
You're just saying.
She's right.
And so I don't want to leave it up any longer. This whole episode basically, last week actually Trey was mentioning how Swift doesn't get enough airtime. Well, damn, give him a whole damn episode.
A whole episode of his
really
drunk
weird.
self.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, we actually have Swift on the line.
We do?
We do.
Oh,
So, Marissa, if you could put Swift through. Swift, you there?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Swift here.
Oh, Swift here. What up?
Swifty, we're going to put you in the hot seat tonight because we have, this was a very interesting episode. And before we jump into it, overall, I mean, this is your first time probably, I don't know if you've ever been on any other TV shows, watching yourself on TV. This episode, was kind of dedicated to you. Thoughts on
Not really in a good way, though.
Thoughts on this situation, on this episode. What did you take back from watching yourself tonight?
I mean, from watching this episode right now, just how we've been saying, it's again this season been getting started off kind of slow a little bit, focus on a little relationship drama and everything. So, all of us have wanted to pick up and everything because we all know how much fun stuff, how many activities and all the crazy stuff we were doing on Hassel Island and actually on the island of St. Thomas. So as a group, as a whole, I was very happy for this episode because it did show people having fun. It did show us having fun. It did show us fighting. It did show us a little bit more dramatic and everything. And added a different aspect that hasn't been shown so far in this season. So, as collectively as a whole, I'm glad that an episode like this aired. Half the episode I don't really remember. Because if there's any day that I got ridiculously faded or drunk or inebriated or whatever you want to call it, it was that day. And the one episode that I actually got hammered is the one episode that's actually on air.
Because you were hammered.
Dude, I mean, when I say, like, What
I was smacked.
I loved, and I'm not calling you a hot mess because I've seen much worse hot messery on reality TV. But my favorite thing about watching reality shows, I love watching people get shit faced. I love people getting in fights. Like I love that stuff.
Me too.
The way like your drunkenness tonight was
Different.
reality. I loved it. I just like
It was
the
so real.
slurring, and it was just like Swift goes to the doctors, and
Well, and then when you were talking to the doctor, it was like totally like what a normal drunk person would do, just not know what the fuck he's talking about. To this doctor, just completely plastered.
I mean, looking back at the prank, do you still look at it the same way? You know, as far as throwing
Yeah,
blame.
I mean, do you really think it was that big of a deal? Because I'm not gonna lie, I think you were being kind of a crybaby and making a big deal about nothing. When you look back at it,
I don't agree with you at all.
When you look back at it,
I actually respected the prank a lot. Actually, what I was actually kind of, people can say I was crying about necessarily, is that somebody hit me with an oar when I was asking for help up. Not the pranks. I want to make that clear. I respect the prank. The pranks get crazier from this point on, but it's all fun and it's all love.
Right.
So I'm a good sport. Don't get it twisted. It's more so the fact that when it came down to me needing help up, that's where I had an issue at. And the prank, man. And when I woke up that morning, I mean, I walked in there and said, "Oh, come on, man." I just went back to sleep. I had a little smirk on my face because honestly, that was funny. And that barracuda, I actually saw that barracuda in the water floating around an island about 2-3 days beforehand.
Oh,
so people don't know that fish was dead for days. So
that fish was just hanging out on the shore.
I saw it one night when I was floating around the corner of the island. So I don't think you understand how bad it smelled. Like, it really woke me up out of my sleep. And when I saw myself just shoot up, I started cracking up, laughing. Oh, my God. 'Cause I remember it. I just couldn't figure out what could smell so bad that would wake me up out of my sleep. I respect the prank.
I missed a part of the episode, but when, like, we saw the whole prank I saw the whole prank thing, but then I missed how you ended up in the water and why you, like, got pushed into a sea urchin and stuff. How'd that all happen? I missed that real quick.
First and foremost, I just want to tell you that these sea urchins really suck. I wish that upon nobody stepping onto a sea urchin. It is not fun, man. But whatchamacallit, basically, with the fish, me and Robert actually was gonna, hide the fish a little bit and take it, cut up into little pieces and put it in the girl's drawer. Now the thing was, Marie kind of found out where we were hiding the fish at. So then when she went to go to dispose it, when we went to go to dispose it, we actually tried to stop her from getting rid of it and putting it back in the water. So when she put it in the water, I hopped in the water and tried to get it from floating away. And then I felt something kind of rough or whatever, so I really didn't step on the sea urchin completely yet. I was good. I heard a little bit, but it wasn't that deep. So while I'm trying to come back up, I put it back up. I'm thinking Toya's coming to help me because on my way, help. I'm saying help.
Were you drunk at this
Toya
point?
Huh?
Were you drunk at this point, or were you sober?
No, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drunk. The only reason why I got drunk because I was in so much pain. You gotta realize everybody's talking about, we drink on it. People drink a reality show and everything like that. No, I wasn't drinking just to get fucked up. I was drinking because I was in so much pain. I feel like people are forgetting that part.
Oh.
So anyway, when she came, I think she's about to help me. This chick takes her oar and starts trying to hit the fish off. I'm like, wait, stop! You're hitting me off. Stop! You're hitting me off. And after I got hit off, I landed in all the sea urchins. And I knew there was sea urchins down there at that point.
So it's not really her fault.
I mean, she didn't know there were sea urchins there, so you can't really blame her.
Yeah.
It was all in good fun. You guys were just fooling around.
Yeah, it was all in good fun. But I said my foot's hurting a little bit. Stop.
How's the foot feeling? How's the foot feeling nowadays?
It's a lot better, man. I was messed up a little bit, though, man. My foot was jacked up for the whole season, actually. But I could walk on it, but it looked kind of, a little banged up.
Now
I had a little bit of alligator feet.
Now it's just strong foot since it soaked up all that calcium from the sea urchin.
I couldn't believe it. Like, the doctor just told you to just walk it off. Like, I thought you were gonna die
After
the way you were acting.
I
$70
thought you,
copay.
broke your leg or something.
like I thought you were gonna lose your foot, or like they were gonna have to amputate it or something like that. You're like, oh, my foot. Ugh.
Well, I mean, aren't some sea urchins poisonous? Which is, I think, why you were worried.
Maybe.
I'm not too sure if it's poisonous, but I know that
I'm not a marine
that I actually
biologist
did
or
some
anything,
research on
but
it a little bit. Depending on the particular subspecies, I believe, like some can go deeper into your foot and then some will stay in your foot longer and hurt more.
Yeah.
And then I think I got one of the worst kinds jammed into my foot, according to a couple of other doctors I spoke to.
So do you feel bad that you were so harsh on Toya?
Or do you feel you were harsh on Toya?
No, he
I
was
feel like I was
harsh.
harsh on Toya. Honestly, my main thing with Toya is if I did to somebody, whether it was by
Did
accident
what?
or intentionally,
Did what?
Push him down with the oar.
Oh, push him down with the oar. Okay.
Yeah. My thing is, my initial reaction, if I hurt somebody and somebody said, "Alex, you hurt me," and I was the one responsible for that, I immediately went curse them out, and then go on the phone and talk to my family, whatever, talk smack about me. I would be like, "Yo, my bad. I'm sorry." I would from that point forward, I would say, "Yo, my bad. It got real. Somebody got hurt. Somebody's physical well-being is at risk right now." And that was my issue with her.
Okay.
More than anything, more than her even knocking me off, is just saying, "Yo, my bad. Own up to it." I respect any adult that could just own up to just saying, "Yo, my bad. I messed up." You feel me? And that's all I wanted. Instead of her making a scene, cursing me out, saying I'm a 200-pound black man, going on the phone, talking smack, and then coming back an hour or two later to try to make sure I'm good.
Well, also, how did you...
Well, when she did own up to it and she's like, "Sorry, I'm coming with you to the doctors and stuff," you kept going and going and going and going.
Well, at that part,
And going.
man, I was kind of gone. I was kind of hammered, but my issue was, man, I mean, I'm going and going. Yeah, I didn't even realize I was going in that much till watching it. Because people don't realize when I'm watching this episode, it's like that's the first time I'm seeing it. At least the part when after we're about to go on the boat and everything to the doctor's office. I don't remember the boat in the doctor's office until I watched that episode. And my thing is, why didn't you just come and say, "Yo, my bad" from the get? Why you need an hour or two to cool off when you're the one that hit me with an oar and I'm the one that's in pain sitting here?
I mean, but
Okay, that kind of makes sense though.
she was only trying to stop you from putting a dead, cut up barracuda in her room. I mean,
And it was
we
all
can't
funny
blame her.
games and going in it. But a question I want to ask is... when you were... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
When you were on the bed with her at the end talking, was that edited for it to be at the end, or did that happen earlier in the day?
Or was that like a different day?
Yeah, because was that the same, right? Was that literally after you had
When you
already
guys
gone
got
to
into the
doctors?
big fight?
I would probably say that was I think that was later in the day.
It was.
Yeah, 'cause I got the same shirt on. Yeah, that's probably that was later in the day because I had the same shirt on and if you notice, man, I didn't take a shower and anything like that. That was as soon as I woke up, we got into the whole big thing. So yeah, I was about to say that was the same day.
Well,
Definitely was the same day, actually.
And so where do you stand with LaToya now? I mean, obviously we've been looking at this romance novel that we're calling The Real World for the past 4 episodes, and everyone's hooking up with someone. Everyone's coupled up, except poor Brandon gets some macaroni and cheese on the bed by himself. And so we're putting you with LaToya, who I actually love. LaToya, I think she's one of my favorite cast members on the show.
You say that about everyone, Jesse.
I know.
Brandon's
Swift. No, I'm just kidding. So, I mean, where do you guys stand?
I appreciate you, man. You showed out to everybody, man. I ain't mad at you.
Exactly.
I hate on everybody.
we gotta balance
We
it
have
out
the
here.
opposites over here, and I'm just in the
You
middle.
be here in the line. I'll keep it around, man. You do. But anyway, keep going.
So, I mean, where do you stand? Where were you, as far as like relationship wise? Was MTV kind of building it up then more than what it really was, or?
Yeah, give us some good lowdown,
Let's
bro.
give some juiciness.
I'll keep it funky with you guys. Something about me. I'm 23 right now, man. My longest relationship was 6 months. All right? I'm not a relationship guy. It's very, very hard for me to catch feelings. All right? The chick I was kind of messing with before I came on the show, she's the reason why she got on the Bad Girls Club and decided not to even do it. And this chick would hold me down, bad bitch, whatever. And I still went and basically go to the end of the world for me. I still went right for her, and I still couldn't catch feelings for her. So for me to be in a position where I got the chick that's bad, holding me down, sweetheart, whatever, and I'm not catching feelings for her, I just don't understand why people would sometimes think that I'm gonna catch feelings for somebody. Well, people that know me know that this whole relationship thing with Toya and everything like that. Every person, my family, my friends, any person that's grew up with me with the college and high school, they know. No, that's just I can't say too much.
So then why don't you just?
I'll just say this. I'll just say this, man. Toya's not. I think she's cool. She's a friend, but I would necessarily say that she's not necessarily my type.
Ooh, but, she's not your type.
Well, what's your type?
Yeah, what's your type?
Let's turn into the love line right now. What's Swift's type? For all the girls out there, what's Swift's type?
Yeah, what's your type?
My type of chick is, I'm like, a chick, long, curly hair. I've always
white or black?
Long, curly hair. Honestly, I'd probably say I like Spanish girls most, actually.
Oh, hi.
Spanish, I'd probably say I date a lot. Every serious girlfriend I had was either Puerto Rican, Colombian, Dominican, something like that. And then the last chick I was messing before, and I was actually talking, and she was white.
Who was the girl that you're talking about that you have? Who's the girl that didn't go on the Bad Girls Club? What was she?
She was Italian.
Italian.
White Italian. With a nice thick little booty, you know what I mean? You gotta have the booty, you know.
What's her name?
Her name was Gabriella.
Gabriella. Oh, that's my little sister's name.
That's my ex's name too.
Oh, really?
I can't with you, Adam, right now.
I'm dead serious.
So obviously, guys, the one thing we had Trey on the show last week. He kept talking about he felt we were a little harsh because
Did you listen to have you listened to any of our AfterBuzzes about this?
Yeah, I have actually.
glad you're affiliated with us. But one thing he really wanted to stress to us, because we kind of have been hard, and a lot of it is sometimes some things we can't blame on you and some we can. The one thing is just the themes of the episode. It's like, we're gonna prank you, I'm gonna prank you, and he basically was explaining to us it was boring. Like, we're on an island with just us. And I mean, what's your take on it as far as the sound of what's that?
You can keep going.
You get the paper in the mail, you're going to St. Thomas. Obviously that's like, oh shit, I'm going to St. Thomas. You probably have all these expectations. Did it meet the expectations? Were there things like, because I mean, to me, I always mention the same thing. I would barely be going out clubbing if it was raining outside and I had to walk to a boat, drive the boat to the main island, get drunk, then drive the boat back. Like, that's just too much.
We were talking about that on one of our episodes. Like, and on my season in Vegas, it's like downstairs. Yeah. I just jump in an elevator, ride an elevator downstairs, and I'm at one of the dopest fucking clubs in the world. Right.
So what's your take on that?
I'm actually glad you asked that question. I had one of the best times of my life when I was out there in St. Thomas. I really did. If you're gonna notice, a lot of times, like, you see episode 2, episode 3, lots of it's like, yo, where's Swift? Where's he at? I was going out on the island having a blast. I went clubbing
by yourself.
I would do a lot. I would go do a bunch of different activities up in the mountains. I would go everywhere. I would go everywhere around St. Thomas. And by the time I was done there, everybody's calling me the mayor of St. Thomas. I really got close with the community out there.
The mayor?
And I spent the most time out of our house, more than anybody else. And it sucked, though, because a lot of my roommates didn't really want to go out like that.
Why?
And they would stay at the house. They would isolate themselves.
Because they were all wiped up.
Wait a minute. You said they were isolating themselves, but you're saying you went out and did these activities by yourself.
Yeah, all right, I built strong relationships with people inside the house. I really did, but I built just as strong relationships with people outside my actual island of St. Thomas as I did with roommates. Like, I made close friends out there to this day that I can call up, come to the house, kick it with, chill with, all that. Like, I spent a lot of time with people outside my island, and it's just like, it was frustrating for me because I had left all my roommates, and a lot of times, I'm like, yo, I'm about to go here, I'm about to go do this event, I'm about to go here, I'm about to do this. And you're going to see later on in the season a little bit, where you see me branching out a lot more, or if they even catch it, but you see me branching out more and really attending everything the islands offer. Dog races, I'm going jet skiing a couple times a week. Like, I just did a lot. I really did.
How much of the season have you seen so far?
What'd you say?
How much of the season have you seen so far?
How much of the season I've seen what you guys are saying?
Oh, they haven't showed you anything extra yet?
So if you leave by yourself, do the cameras follow you? Are there a certain number of cameras
depends
that
what you're doing.
are in the house?
Depends what you're doing. If you're going to the grocery store,
man,
then
you're trying to get me in trouble, man.
Dude, last season we did the entire season with the San Diego cast, and they spilled.
Trust me, MTV doesn't give a fuck what you say, man.
juice.
I say some fucked up shit all the time. But
I know that.
to answer that question, it depends on what you're doing. If you leave by yourself and you're like, hey, I'm going to the grocery store, they'll be like, fuck it, let them go without a camera. If you're like, yo, I'm going to the club by myself, then they're like, maybe we should send a camera with Adam going to the club by himself. He might break some shit.
Right. Okay.
It depends what you're doing.
That makes sense.
If they think it's gonna be something interesting, then they'll, you know what I mean. If I'm like, oh, I'm going to the gym by myself, they're like, fuck it, he doesn't have a camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of got to. You're on the money. You're on the money with everything you're saying. I definitely agree 110% with you.
I wasn't.
So yeah, a lot of times I go out on my own, and a lot of times they would not come and they wouldn't come follow me, and there were times that they would, but not as much. And that's why sometimes, it's just like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm not interested in everything that's going on the island, but if it's boring, why not get up and, do your thing? And that's why, Trey said, he doesn't really go. We got so bored sometimes, and we had nothing to do.
No, I mean, dude,
he was wiped out.
Trey wanted to stay home. Trey wanted to stay home all the time. He was a home.
No, it's like that with every real world. Like, it just because you guys were on St. Thomas doesn't. We really couldn't even leave the Hard Rock when we were in Vegas, and I'm sure most seasons are like that. It's all about where you can take cameras and shit like that. I mean, I'm sure there's been some where they get to do more and stuff, but we really had to stay in the Hard Rock. We would be sitting in the house with twiddling our fucking thumbs. Like, it's boring as fuck. You don't have TV, so that's why you just start fucking one of the girls you live with. So you got you got something to do.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
So,
I'll feel you on that one.
And so Swift,
a little foreshadowing here.
So Swift,
Wait, I'm not hitting. All I'm saying is this: when you're stuck in a house with somebody for a long period of time and you can't go somewhere, somebody will start looking slightly more attractive.
right? Like Honey Ham starts looking like filet mignon.
Well, I think LaToya is actually. LaToya's kind of hot.
What'd you say?
I said LaToya's pretty hot. I actually might think that she might be the hottest out of the three girls.
I think
For
by
sure.
far, I think
For
she's-
sure.
What do you think, Swift?
Oh man!
Come on.
You're trying to get me in trouble.
No, let's rewind.
No, you can't
No,
get in trouble.
I mean, don't you think that she's the
I'm
hottest?
just not.
Who do you think?
Like I said, Toya's not my normal type.
They probably.
Is
They,
really
what?
hating on Toya.
No, he's not
He
hating.
doesn't-
Let's put it like this, Brent. Put us in your mind. You first get to the island.
you know what? We didn't want to tell you, but we have LaToya on the line also. LaToya.
That would have been epic.
It's a joke.
No. So you go into the house. You see these
Hangs
three
up.
girls. Automatically, off the top of your head, your type. Who would you have gone after?
What'd you say?
If it was a dating show, you go onto the real world. You see these three girls you're living with. Who was initially the girl that you were like, ooh, she,
No, I have
that's mine right there.
Not Toya.
And I know it's not Laura because after.
I got a question for you, Swift.
Wait. No, I want him to
All right,
answer this, and
answer
then
that
we have
one.
to go to a commercial.
And it wasn't Toya.
Let me ask a question when you're done with this one.
So
Swift-
go ahead, Swift. Out of those three girls.
Out of those three girls, who did I think was like I was really into at first?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say this. I mean, first I met Laura. I said Laura, and I said, I don't know, it's cute. Definitely that's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw her. I said Toya, I said, something with that. And then Maria was just like,
Great. That's exactly what I needed you to say because we're gonna get into that in a
Hold
second.
on, no.
Wait, hold up one second. I really need you guys to help us out here at AfterBuzz. We do this for free, and we would really appreciate it if you could help us out. We're doing this thing with Amazon.com, so if you're making any purchases online, please purchase them through AfterBuzz TV. You go to AfterBuzzTV.com, click the Amazon link at the top of the page, and it'll bring you right to Amazon. Just make your purchase. No extra cost. It just helps us here at AfterBuzz. If you're a fan of the shows, please help support us. AfterBuzzTV.com, Amazon, make your purchases.
People helping
Thank you.
people.
Yes. The more you know. Go ahead, Adam.
All right, Swift. I have a question for you, but you have to promise to
I
answer.
feel like this is like spin the bottle, like
This is so fun.
truth or dare.
Are you ready?
yeah, I'm listening, bro.
Fuck one, marry one, kill one
God,
between the
I
girls.
cannot with you, Adam.
I just answered this earlier today.
Nuh-uh. To who?
Okay, who are you gonna kill? That's the most one I'm really. Well, you just basically said
I was
Marie's getting killed.
Easily, I kill Marie.
Easily, I'd kill Marie.
That's not even like a.
That's not even a
hesitation.
question. All right. Who do you fuck? Who do you fuck? Who do you marry?
Oh, please.
I would definitely marry Laura off the strength that Laura's the type of, as you see, look how she holds Trey down. Cooking for the dude. He'd be like,
no.
Laura,
Trey.
no. Kool-Aid.
Wrong answer.
Trey.
Friends give him the
Wrong
Kool-Aid.
answer.
Nah,
Look, basically, I mean, she knows how to hold a guy down.
Yeah, she
You know
knows
what
how
I
to hold
mean?
it down, but I'm sure she don't know how to put it down.
Thank you. Hello.
The way she be talking, the way she be talking to animals, I would not want that near me. Okay.
Leonard.
I can't.
Okay, we got Leonard. We
She's a
got
sweetheart.
yo,
She's a
she
sweetheart,
probably-
though. She really is a sweetheart.
She
is.
probably named.
I imagine she is a sweetheart.
You need to be a sweetheart to be that in touch
She
with the
probably
world.
fucking. She probably named Trey's dick Leonard and fucking
I
pets it and talks to it like that.
I think she did give it a name.
Adam, I can't.
Look at little Leonard. Oh, little baby.
We have to apologize. We're doing the show late.
But,
Adam is a little
I mean,
overtired.
as it goes right there, I mean, you know, the last person, there's only 3 girls, so yeah, Toya. That was the one I was fucking.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm already gonna call it right now. I can just tell by the way that you're talking about LaToya and stuff. You guys clearly hook up at some point in the season. Blah blah blah. Whatever. You guys went home after the season or something like that.
And he's pleading the fifth on that.
And you went back to your old girl or something like that, and shit ended on a bad note. So now I can tell how it is. Because I was in the same situation with Nani. I can just tell you two are like
Well,
you two in the show.
wait. I have a girl, though, man. I don't
Whatever,
do the
to
wifey thing.
to some
I'm
girl.
not into being white stuff. There was
Yeah.
no girl back home.
Well, whatever.
Okay, he's not in no
You
relationship.
and LaToya definitely hook up at some point in the season, and then things go south. I can tell by the way that you're
I
talking.
mean, like he said, you know, things look more appealing if you're stuck on an island for a
so
while.
yeah,
So
eventually
Swift,
he's
you're
like,
on the
"Oh."
island. What made you want to get involved with the real world? What brought you to this realm of I want everyone to see my life?
Honestly, remember that chick I was telling you about? She was actually trying out for the real world. And she actually forced me to go down to a casting call with her for moral support. And I got bored waiting in line for like 3 hours. So I said, you know what, fuck it. If I'm waiting in line, I might as well try out. That's literally how it happened.
Very interesting. And so, how has it changed your life?
What'd you say?
How has it changed you as a person? You know, living in a house with 7 different people with cameras in your face 24/7.
Do you
Well,
get
first, man, I probably said, what'd you say?
do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah, I get stopped a lot, you know, but at the same time, it wasn't nothing I wasn't really new to, because, I mean, I was always a social person in my town, city
it's
I'm at.
nothing new, huh?
But it's just now it's to a whole nother level, though, off the strength that you have people that have never seen you a day in your life stopping you. But at the
Right.
same time, I always appreciate the support that I get from people, you know?
But so, how has it changed your life mentally? Like, just Swift, has it made you, you know, maybe accept different types of people that you thought you would never get along with? I mean, Brandon seems like a very interesting person to live with, you know. And I mean, even Marie, is it Marie? Oh no, Laura. I mean, bringing her adoption papers to a reality TV show. I mean, these people want. I mean,
I know what you're getting at.
I mean, they really just are very open, you know. So, what is it like living with different types of people? How has it changed you? And if you want to
you know
comment
what?
on it, I don't want to put you out there, but I would love for you to comment on. I mean, I just can't get over the fact of somebody.
Was that her play?
bringing-
Did she do it to you too?
Yeah, like was that her way of getting guys? Like, hey,
Wait.
so
Did she do? Are you asking did she do the adoption paper thing to me?
yeah.
Yeah, she pulled that out on me.
No.
She wants everyone to know.
That's that wifey material, right?
All right, but go ahead. Back to this. How has it changed?
But
you?
it was late in the game, though. It wasn't too quick, though. It wasn't as quick as he pulled it out on B and Trey.
That means Trey must have just left her aside, and she's like, "Shit, who am I gonna get in the house now?" Rob's booed up. Well, hey.
I'll replace Toya.
So go ahead. How does it change your life, like going into it, and now you've come out a changed person, or you know, you kind of expected what was gonna happen?
Honestly, I'd probably say this. I've always been a real, you know, confident type dude, but I'd probably say I've been a little bit more humble since I've been back. You know what I mean? It's definitely taught me to appreciate any opportunities that come your way, because it definitely is a blessing. You know what I mean? if you utilize it in the right manner. So it's definitely changed my mindset in that, and it's just made me appreciate a lot of my friends and family that I've had in my life. Because being separated from somebody for 3 months, whatever, and know that you can't see them, that you care about, it definitely gave you the appreciation for every person that you have in your life and having that support system around you. Because there's times when you're in that house that you feel like you don't have the same support system that you have back home or whatever. And it just made me grateful. And it just made me just appreciate all the blessings I had in my life.
Who was the hardest?
And also too, and also when it comes to dealing with people, every year when I was in college, man, I lived with somebody else, and it's just and where I grew up in a very, very, very diverse area. So it's like every type, like a Brandon. I've seen Brandon, the dude with I've seen a rocker type dude with the big gauges and tatted up and all that. I have friends like that. I have friends like Trey. I got friends that are like hipster like Rob. I got friends like Toya from her area. I live 15 minutes away from Staten Island, so I know how Marie type chicks are. You know what I mean? So it's like I've seen every single type of person that I've lived with out and I've had friends like all of them. But having everybody mashed together like that was something very unique and different.
Are you still friends with everyone from your cast?
Yeah, I talk to everybody. Yeah, I talk to Brandon and Trey. Like I talk to Trey like every day.
Who you tightest
to Brandon
with?
like every other day. Rob, Trey actually came and stayed at my spot the other day. Me and him went out. I took Marie with me to Big Ann's VH1 premiere in New York.
Oh, that's
She's
cool.
my date.
So you and Trey, who are you tightest with, Trey?
Toya.
Who are you tightest with? Who are you closest with?
I'd probably say, as of now, I'm close with everybody, but even Toya. Me and Toya, I was talking to Toya the other day just for a while on the phone. But I say Trey and Brandon. Trey and Brandon I've always been real close with.
I'm glad you said Brandon because I've been
Yeah.
kind of curious. He's kind of quiet on Twitter, so I can't really, see what he's doing socially. But I'm glad he's doing well. I'm rooting for Brandon.
Brandon's doing good. Brandon's doing good. I just want to get on record. I know Brandon seems a little weird the first 2 weeks. It seemed like he's
Not at all.
No,
distancing himself from everybody like that. But he really does get better, and you do see a different side of Brandon after the first 2-3 weeks. I
Told
promise
you.
you that.
Yay.
Brandon
I
looks
can't
like he
wait.
has some redeeming qualities.
Does anyone get kicked off on this season?
Ooh, I'm sure.
You can certainly have to watch the scene.
I feel like someone is gonna. Well, you guys all like each other, so I can't really.
Yeah.
Unless you guys are getting a job, right? Like, or was that different?
Yeah, what's up with the job? You guys don't
Because
work.
Oh, the job. Yeah, the job, man. It was very, very, very different this
So
season.
there is a job. Okay.
Different? It was different?
It's different. It's gonna be very different. It's definitely something exciting. It's gonna be the type of job that people will actually learn about, and it's actually gonna educate.
Marine
I
biology.
was just
a lot
gonna
of
say,
viewers.
teach us about some sea urchins or something. Well, Brandon, we got to actually wrap this up. We want to thank you so much for calling
Yes.
in. And
Thanks for
how can
calling
we
in, bro.
stay in contact with you? I know you got a Twitter. What's your Twitter? Shout that out.
Oh yeah, everybody can follow me on Twitter, BSwiftMTV.
Excellent. Any
And
upcoming
Instagram.
projects?
Hmm?
Any upcoming projects?
Upcoming projects right now. Well, right now I just got my website launched today.
What's
I'll
the
give a shout out officialswift.com.
official?
And
Swift
any upcoming projects that are coming up can be posted up on there. Right now, I'm just going around doing a lot of different appearances, hosting different events and everything like that. That's basically what I'm doing right now, and getting some other things in the work with my personal business that I was handling beforehand. I even left to go film for the show. So
Oh, what was
yeah,
that?
I'm making moves.
Excellent. And so we'd love for you to come in studio when you're out here in California. So make sure you keep
Hit
in
us up.
contact, and we'll
always a
definitely
fun
get you on
time.
another episode. Thank you so much for calling
Sexy
in.
ladies everywhere
There you go.
in the studio.
I can't with you, Anna.
All right, man.
all right,
Take care, everybody.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Brandon.
thanks. Bye.
And I want to just give you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning
Hotter
in
girls in
every
your
week.
cast.
Adam, this is the important part. We need this promotion part. I want to thank you guys tuning in every single week, and but we ask one favor of you. We really need your help to get us up on #1 on iTunes. You guys are giving us the views on YouTube. We totally appreciate it. You guys give us the comments. It's back and forth. I join you in the commentary on there, but we really need you guys to help subscribe, download on iTunes. It's easy. Just in the search bar, type in AfterBuzz TV Real World, and just download them. Even if you don't listen to them, if you've already watched on YouTube, just help us out. Get us to #1. If you really like the show, we'd really appreciate it. Before we get into it, I want to read a
I
comment.
cannot wait to get into this.
All right. I just want to read a comment from one of our really big fans, Jesse Mack. had a comment about last week's episode that here at AfterBuzz with Trey. I know a lot of us at first were kind of a little we were questioning Trey's character.
Right.
Seemed like a really stand-up guy from, the conversation I had with him. And I was actually really surprised to read this. Jesse says, Jesse Mack, not Jesse Janedy, says, Trey bothers me because I think he knew damn well what he was doing, playing two women off each other. He seemed as though he was trying to make them each jealous of each other, and then acting like he doesn't want her to get attached to him, but then he sleeps with her. I think he was... he wanted attention, and he likes being the one feeling wanted and doing the rejection. Thoughts on that? Do you guys see that in Trey, or do you think that maybe that's just... Basically, he knew what he was doing with the girls.
Well, oh, yeah, totally. I mean, obviously, he didn't even want Laura. Like, she was so obsessed with him that he really couldn't tell her no, because I really don't think she would have stopped.
And she's busted.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, besides that...
Trey's a pretty good-looking guy. I mean, I know he's got standards.
And I know he probably wanted to go wild out, you know what I'm saying, have a great time. But he got himself in this little situation, which I'm sure he's mad that whole summer, I'm sure he was booed up. And I would be so mad, too, if I got myself in a situation
with
like
Rainbow
that.
Bright. Like,
She's a clinger
super
10.
clingy.
She is a clinger 10.
She's a stage 5 clinger.
Stage 5.
All right. I mean, I know this episode...
That's worse.
It really just swirled around this prank incident. And
this episode,
it was kind of confusing.
It was horrible episode. It was all about the Swift getting some sea urchins in his feet. Like, come on, dude. Like, how can you make a whole episode out of that?
Well, it was just drama.
It was just annoying.
I mean, there was a lot of drama there, but I mean, even we were just looking at each other. Like,
and it was irritating that Marie was really blaming it on somebody else. Like, girl.
And then you're gonna blame the depressed kid.
I know,
like,
seriously. And then it's like, girl, come on, just like fess
I
up
thought
to it.
that was
It's not even that serious.
I
Like,
thought it was
you're actually
funny.
making
That was
things
pretty
serious,
funny.
and it really is. Like, that was funny.
And
but
I want to go
It
to
was funny,
our
man.
studio audience here. I want to go to Tasha. Tasha, obviously everyone knows about The Real World. We got her in studio, just as a fan of the show. And I just want a fan's perspective. This season.
She's a groupie.
What are you thinking about what you saw tonight, as far as this show in general this season?
It was pretty boring, but I understood where they were coming from when he said that they were bored. So it made sense that she would blame somebody else just to spark some interest and just to do something. If you're bored and can't go anywhere, you just point the finger and see what you can do. Just mess with everybody. It's like trying to kill an ant and trying to see him try to stay alive. Yeah. So it was pretty boring, but I was more interested to see his relationship with Toya because I knew he didn't like Toya.
You could tell that from watching the episode.
I knew from the way he talked and carried himself, Toya was not for him.
Really?
So I was waiting just to see how he was going to play that out. But I don't think she can tell that. I don't think that was something that she quite knew. She comes from a place where he would want to be with her. He comes from a place and a lifestyle where he would never want to be with her. So it was interesting to me to see how that was going to play out and how he was going to treat her. And I knew as soon as she started to yell, he wanted to leave because that's not him. That's not his flow. That's not what he's into. And that's when she lost him. He was into her slightly and thought
just read
I did. And I wanted to say that when he was there, but I didn't want to start nothing. But I could see from the way that he was looking at her in the room, like, and even before, because he kept saying she was cute. From the first episode, I saw this girl. She was cute, her little southern swag. She was fine because she was nice. But when her neck started to roll and she started to pop off a bit, he was like, oh, wait, that's why I don't like toy girls. Let me move on. I'm going to leave. And you could see it. And that's probably when it kind of ended for him, like mentally, like I can't, maybe she'll be cool, but I'm good.
Just listening to, the conversation we just had, did you feel like there was a little, not bitterness, but just a little bit of like, I'm kind of glad I got out of that house with her?
No.
I felt like there was like, I don't know, maybe I'm just
like a relief.
grabbing onto something. I just feel like as soon as we kept bringing up Toya.
Oh no, like I said, something obviously happens between them.
Right.
Who knows
think
whether
so.
it's going to be on the
No?
season
I don't think
or
so.
after the season. You don't realize so much drama and shit goes on between the cast
yeah.
after we stop filming.
I
It's
believe
ridiculous. Like if there would have been cameras following me around after we stopped filming, it would have been an even better show. Like it was like
Just
so we
imagine.
don't know what could have happened
Seriously.
we don't know what could have happened between them since after the show. Maybe she went to go visit him at his house and fucking
He mentioned everybody but her, and he said that they spoke.
Something's fishy.
I don't think that
No
that
pun
they
intended.
visited. I don't think that anything pops off. I think that she showed what he considers to be her true colors, and that's when he mentally checked out and emotionally checked out. It was like, we can be friends, but anything else, I can see what you're capable of, and I'm good, and I don't want that in my life.
She was acting a little weird.
She wasn't, though. She wasn't. She was just basically saying, like, I was trying to hold you down, but you were too drunk to kind of get what's there, and you're trying to put this all on me, trying to... Basically, you're not accepting the fact that this was a prank. So you're not wondering who did this prank and anything else about the prank, but you're focusing on the fact that I hit you with an oar.
Right.
Like, that. Look at the bigger picture.
No, I totally
and he
agree.
never brought that up. He never brought up, well, who did this and what's going on? He said, that's not important. That's not important. What's important is that I stepped on something and I got some calcium in my leg. Like, that's not what the important part was. So she tried to converse, and they both got loud, but he was drunk and got loud, and she's just her and got loud, and he didn't appreciate it.
And I want you guys to voice in 424-256-1729. I want you guys to call in. We're gonna shoot to a commercial break. Let us know, whose side are you on? Who do you think was right in this? Brandon, LaToya, and I want you guys to call in 424-256-1729.
I really want a guest caller.
And we're gonna take some calls after this commercial break.
Hey there, good buddies. The handle's Woolly Bear. I'm a truck driving man, but I'm not that old school kind of truck driving man, no. I like to listen to podcasts while I'm driving through these great United States of ours. And my favorite podcasts in the world are from AfterBuzz TV. And why? Because AfterBuzz TV is like a post-game wrap-up show for all your favorite TV shows, like Jersey Shore, Dancing with the Stars, Mad Men, and a whole truckload more. I like listening to my Gossip Girl podcast, catching up with all my fellow fans and getting all the latest news and gossip. No, I got some strong opinions. And AfterBuzz TV lets me share those opinions with thousands of other listeners. Woo-wee, what a feeling. I used to doze off on those lonely stretches of road. And don't worry, I got the cruise control. But now I'm wide awake and listening to all the AfterBuzz TV goodness. Check them out. Give them a holler. And tell them the old Woolly Bear sent you.
424-256-1729. That's 424-256-729. I got that country accent from that commercial.
LaToya.
1729. Call us. We want some y'all to add your opinions in. All right?
Are we on the air right now?
It's
Look,
late. It is so late.
Let me tell
It's
you.
about to be midnight.
Direct TV, we need you to get
We
on
need
point.
you to get
Pick up
together.
Viacom. I hope you guys are
You know what
calling
it is.
in and getting this and get us back on track. I mean, let's head into predictions and the start. I'm just like,
This episode. I just really could go on about
your
like,
AfterBuzz TV.
I'm gonna let you go on in a second. Before we jump into predictions, once in a while we like to just let Nicolette out of her cage and go on one of her rants. I don't know if you've ever seen her 90210 episodes. So right now, just gonna open the cage and let it tell us, what did you think about Ingrid?
Okay, well, first of all, I catched myself up on like the last 2 episodes and stuff like that, and I just really do not understand this cast in general. I mean, I understand that they're bored as hell, but I'm just like, at least go out a lot more. Like, don't stay in the house. You guys are gonna get really weird. Obviously, it's getting really weird. Okay, they're calling each other sweet cheeks. Okay.
Don't blame that on everyone.
Oh no, it got weird because I believe Marie and Ginger, what's his name? Joe, Rob.
Ginger.
Okay.
They did not just call him.
Isn't that what they call him?
Yeah.
Or they
Ginger.
call him Red.
Who, Rob?
Yeah,
Who do they
and
call
he has
Red?
but he has a superhero name too as well. So, but go ahead.
Okay, well, anyway, I don't understand it. I mean, hopefully it gets more interesting, but I just feel so bad for Trey and Laura. It just every time they get together, it just irks me because you can totally tell that he's not even into her.
Well, let's see if it irks our caller. Caller, you're on the line.
got a
What's your
caller?
name? Where are you from?
Yes.
Adam's
Me?
dying to talk to you.
Hey, who are you?
What's your name?
Yumika.
Yamika. And
Yumika.
where are you
Sexy.
from?
I'm from Virginia.
Hey,
VA.
from Virginia.
All right, girl. So what did you think? What do you think about this? Before I get into your question, I just need to know up front, what are you thinking about this season?
What I think about what?
This season.
I
So far.
really like this season.
You really like it?
Yeah, because everybody's like coupled up.
Okay.
That's why.
So that's what gets you. I want to know because I've
yeah.
been seeing some people say this is the best season.
Cut her
some
off.
people saying they hate this season, and so please go into more detail of the things that you're really liking about this. Who's your favorite cast member so far?
Favorite cast member got to be Rob and LaToya.
Rob, I love
Rob.
and I like Rob too.
I
think
hate
he's fun.
Rob.
Really?
No,
He annoys the
He's
fuck out of
funny.
me. He's
a good guy.
boring.
All
He has red hair.
Okay, that's ignorant.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just fucking. So, favorite couple?
Rob.
oh my god.
And Marie.
Get off Rob's dick.
And Marie.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. And so, what did you called in? Was there anything you wanted to voice about this episode, or did you just want to tell us how much you loved it?
No, I just saw the number on Twitter and I just called.
Thank you so much. Make sure you tune in next week
Did
and
you
give us
see
a
it
call.
from when I tweeted it?
She's like, no, bitch. I'm fine.
No, Adam.
Fail.
Well, thank you
Erroneous.
so much. We're actually going to pick up another
Ego
call.
drop.
Thank you so much for calling in. Make sure you tune in next week and give us a call next week.
Love you.
BA.
Bye. All right, caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hello?
Alright. Hello?
Fuck. I had a feeling this
I
was
mean,
gonna be
that's
a
your
good caller.
favorite word. It is. It is. Marissa, can you patch us through a caller?
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
All right. Who
Who
do we
is
got
this?
on the line?
Andrew from CSUA Kirk on Twitter.
One of our big fans.
Hi,
Love
Andrew.
Andrew. Thank you for
How we
tuning
doing,
in.
guys?
Great. Now you've actually been doing your own little after show for the Real World. You've been actually talking to some of the Real Worlders from what I've seen on
Yeah.
Twitter, right?
So far, I've talked to LaToya, Trey, and Laura.
Excellent.
Oh.
Laura actually got 10,000 hits yesterday. My episode with Laura.
Oh wow, we're gonna have to get her on the show. What are your thoughts
Yeah,
on
I
the
guess we
season
gotta
so
get
far?
over.
I think it's good. I think it's gonna get better from here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Vegas, by far, back to Vegas is my favorite season, and I don't think any season is gonna top it from there.
Duh. It's common knowledge, bro. It's even on Wikipedia. Wikipedia, that shit. #1 real world ever.
Wikipedia is the.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's gonna be.
I do. I love me some Vegas. So now you give us some juice. Give us some details. You talk to these guys.
I like this guy.
Anything that we haven't spoken about? What was your talk with Laura? How's she?
She was good. I mean, as far as my interviews go, my favorite one was with Trey because I mean there was a lot of stuff that I could talk about, stuff with Brandon, stuff with Laura, and I mean I'm looking forward to talking with Swift next week. I'm talking with Swift next week on Tuesday, and I mean there's a lot to
I wouldn't
talk
look
about
forward to it
with
too much.
Swift, especially with this episode.
How was it with Laura? Like, I mean, did she explain herself?
I can't.
Yeah, I mean I asked her about the Dobson papers, and she said that
It was her gang.
She said that she felt that she said that she said it was like a bad pickup line, and
She really wait.
Oh my God. She
Oh.
admitted to
Can we
that?
get an AfterBuzz exclusive? She admitted that this was actually a pickup line.
TV exclusive.
That's what you're telling us. Andrew, CSU, you're reporting.
Lorsh.
She
Okay, see, now
acknowledged
it's
that this
all
was.
real. It's all real.
Bitch, it's so
It's real sad. It's real sad.
I got a question for Adam real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
What's up, brother?
Who do you think on this cast would be able to hang with you in the club? Go shot for shot with you.
None of them could go shot for shot with me, but I don't know. Trey seems pretty chill. I mean, we're really different, but I could see myself chilling with him if anyone.
Like partying together.
Yeah, I mean,
You two would be like the bros, like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, how many chicks can we get? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Busting through walls like Kool-Aids. All right, well, Andrew, thank you so
Thanks
much
for calling in, bro.
Make sure you tune in next week. Give us a call. Hit us up on Twitter. We have another caller on the line. Marissa, if you could put them through. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Mike.
Hey Mike.
Hey, Mike. I like your phone. It's very loud.
Oh, thanks.
Where are you calling from, Mike?
I'm calling from Calgary, Canada, dude.
Canada.
Hey.
It's international in
Not
this
really.
bitch.
Oh, Canada.
All right, so thoughts on this season? What are you thinking?
My thoughts on the season. It seems like a pretty chill season.
Chill.
The favorite character I'd have to be like Swift, like one of those guys.
You said Swift is your favorite?
The redhead's pretty hot.
The redhead's pretty hot. Is that what you said?
Okay. All right.
Do you have a question, or
like, are we saying Swift is hot, or are you saying the redhead, the female?
Are you think Rob is hot?
Yeah.
Oh no, like the redhead's and the girl.
Oh, okay, because I was.
Laura, you think she's hot?
Your phone cut off. That was just a little.
Would you date her after watching these episodes? Would you date her?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure if I got to know her or something, but yeah.
I mean, you get to know her real well.
You don't
She
think
got a documentary.
you don't find her a little bit a little too open at the beginning?
Have you been watching this season?
Yeah, I have actually, but she seems a little clingy.
Yeah. That's what we kind of come down to.
She's super clingy. Yo, I have a question for you. Do you guys watch the episodes at the same time as we do in Canada?
I watch at 11, so I don't know.
So
maybe you guys are ahead a few hours or something.
That's cool.
Well, excellent. I want to thank you so much for your calling
Wait,
in.
is that Adam that asked the question?
Yes, this is Adam from Las Vegas, Real World. Ask him a
You
question.
were the reason I watched Las Vegas, man. That season was the best one.
You're the man, Mike, bro.
I mean, Mike, if
Thanks
you
for
couldn't have
calling
gotten
in,
his
bro.
head any bigger.
Any
right
bigger.
now. Thanks
Thanks
you.
for calling in, Mike.
We're gonna have to get a wheelchair and bring him on out in this shit. Thank you, Mike, for calling in.
Guy
from
knows his
Canada.
shit about Real World. What would you say?
Awesome. And Marissa, do we have any more callers on the line? No more callers.
more callers.
Well, let's just go back into predictions.
Okay. Again.
And now,
Well, no, it goes
your
good.
AfterBuzz.
Yeah,
It's a
like
creepy music.
My prediction.
Because Brandon's demons are coming out.
My prediction is Brandon ends up banging LaToya. And
with that.
That would be.
I would love that.
all the way.
How crazy would that be? If
That
all of a
needs to
sudden
happen.
Brandon came out and just banged one of the girls.
That would be not one of the girls.
LaToya.
I don't care who he bangs as long as he bangs someone. Poor guy.
I mean, the shot of him on the bed with the macaroni
That
and
was the
cheese.
best.
That was
That
so
probably
sad.
would have been me, actually. I would have
Yeah,
been.
right.
I would have been.
That would have not been you.
That would have been me eating my mac and
would've
cheese.
been
What would I
getting
have been?
it.
Please.
No, hold
No,
up.
I would
You
not.
would've been
The
He
first
obviously
thing-
does
no, no,
not
no.
know me.
Nicolette, the first thing, and I'm only screwing with you. The first thing Nicolette said when we watched this show, as soon as we seen the beds, they have the rope swings behind them. She was like,
It was just a thought, but I would not do that
Yeah, okay.
ever.
all right,
We'll
so what
see
do you
about
think
that.
is going to happen next week?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I hope someone uses those. Something extra. Anyway, I
What was
really
the
don't know.
What was the preview? I forget.
It
what
was
happened in the
Brandon's demons
Brandon's
coming out. It was
demons.
basically
Well, I
next
just
week's
feel
going
for
to be more
him,
about
you know.
Brandon. Well, and he said, things
I
are going to
feel for him
change
too,
and
man.
things are going to get better for him. I'm excited because I do want to see more of Brandon. I'd like watching.
too.
It's the same thing as
People
Frank.
like watching people get fucked up and do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was even last season. We had Frank Sweeney on the Real World. He was cray when he
Yeah.
would drink, but it was interesting to see, and you could really relate to him. I mean, even with you, except for the blacking out
Yeah.
shit, like I can't with you guys with that. It just gets to a whole new level. But it comes to a relatable point, and I want to see redeeming qualities in them.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
The previews kind of reminded me of like Paranormal Activity. It was like, all dark. It was like pushing you to the side. It's like, whoa, man, like, where's that even coming from? Like, it reminded me of like Paranormal Activity. You got Swift like, yo, like, what's really happening? He's over here just like, ah.
Well, who do you think's gonna be the first to be killed off? I'm just kidding. Kicked
The
off.
black guy, obviously.
Do we
No,
honestly
I
think
don't think
someone's getting
anybody's
kicked
gonna
off?
get kicked off.
No.
No, if they're gonna get kicked out, it's from hitting themselves because a lot of them have hit themselves.
All right.
A lot.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, sorry for the loopiness. Late night, DirecTV. Let's get it going.
I'm sleepy.
We want to thank you guys so much. Join us on Twitter, Facebook, here at AfterBuzz, at AfterBuzz TV every week. Hopefully,
Thank you
earlier
guys for
time.
tuning in.
You know
You
where
can
to
follow
find
me
us.
at DJ Jesse J.
Nicolette Gaona.
Adam Royer MTV.
Tosh, where can we find you? Keep up with you and your little.
At I_Tosh, TASH.
Excellent. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks for watching,
Peace.
guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
From
you.
Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Bye.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.